I sure. Oh, I forgot to change the time. What's going on, King Enderflame? How is it going? I didn't mean to change, but we are in Scarlet and Violet, and honestly, this is my first look in the game because I haven't played since I don't remember the last time. Oh, since we did Future Paradox Pokemon, I think it was last time. Now this is gonna be a little bit harder to. What's I'm gonna say? But it is going to be a little bit harder to um do both Giratina and shiny Dudunsparces, because especially since I just actually need to look and see what I'm doing in this game. But we are going to give it a go. I'll see how this goes. Now, I do have some Urban Mystica. Well, I guess, I don't know. But, we do have some Urban Mystica to work with. So that is very nice. And, we are going to Shiny Hunt for the first time in Scarlet and Violet. And that is mostly what we're going to do. Especially because I haven't done shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet in a long time. Since basically like beginning of this year, I guess. And I haven't done it with the Switch 2 yet. So, what better way to try and test it out? Might be able to increase the volume on it. How high is it? Maybe that's a little bit too high. Leave it like that. Right about there. But I'm gonna try and see how this goes. How has your Monday been so far? I've forgotten all the controls of this. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we can. Oh, I didn't wipe this outbreak. Forgot about that. I can't sync over here. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've done any of this. I don't get knocked in. We'll do Caesar. 2, 3. Honestly, this game feels super weird. It feels super clean to move around in. 5. Holy. 6. 7. Now, unfortunately, there is a ton of other. 8. There's a ton of other. Okay, it doesn't want. I thought you could just auto battle get rid of it. 9. That's not where I want you to go. Okay, doesn't. I broke my Caesar. 50. 60. It has been such a long time doing this. I need what, 60? Where do they spawn? It doesn't look like we get a ton of other things. What's happening? $26. That's a rip. 27. I get super nervous, especially like while I'm out in public and like if my AirPods accidentally disconnect or not. 7. I've had that once before where it's like my AirPods just randomly disconnected. And so all of a sudden, everybody around me was able to hear what I was listening to, and I was like, what? Where's that speaker sound coming from my... 33. Okay, I don't watch anything weird in public. Set. 8. 39. 40. Oh, he definitely did not go where I wanted. 2. Oh. Oh. Luckily, everything in this area, I'm fine with getting a shine for. 8. I wonder if it's faster to picnic reset now that everything is spawning outside the render distance. 49. 50. 51. You know, it actually might be easier just to still hunt in area 0? Maybe? 52. 6. 7. 3. We do our +1. So I'm wondering if maybe it might still be easier to shiny hunt these in area 0. Okay. Considering that I think in area 0 it's gonna be the only thing that spawns down with the normal type sandwich. So we would be able to avoid all these Oinkolones and like Jonks, Eddie Ursa. But you're not shiny. Even though I'm pretty sure you would be like a Ditto or... I don't think Applin you can really find on... I'm tempted just to go see how many Dudunsparces spawn if we did hunt. Let me just go check. I'm just gonna go check. Even though we have an outbreak, it may still be easier to try and do this in day 0. Plus, I definitely want to see... Oh my god. This looks super funky. I am not used to this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So even though we have an outbreak, this is definitely the play. Oh my god, there's so many Dudunsparces, so many Dunsparces, so many Dudunsparces. What am I even to do with all? Alright, chat. We're looking for... And you know what? I probably should have gotten my wanted sign back up again. I should have definitely gotten an image of what... Because as far as I know, right, it's just the blue part on its back is gonna be pink. Pink? You know, at this point, who needs outbreaks anymore, right? I mean, sure, it gives you better odds, but it's like, look at all these encounters. If you could just find a spot to solo encounter, ay, ay, ay. That's what you should be doing, honestly. But I guess the only downside that we have, right, is that because it's such a high render distance, we have to run quite far to just... That's I want to say that's probably the only downside, but I mean, look, horses did it. Now, we don't have the increased odds of using an outbreak. But I mean, we're just encountering so many. Not to mention, now we won't find any other random shiny that might be in the area. The only other downside, well, we actually do need 1-2 segment. I'm sure we will be able to evolve a 2-segmented before we ever find a 3. Holy smokes! Look at the. This is like when we shiny hunted for the ancient paradox. Look at that guy look at all those ones so far away. Just look at that. They're like not even in my view. Look at that. All these Dunsparces. There's so many. Oh my gosh, what. I think the other downside is that because they spawn so far out, it's going to be super painful missing a shiny and accidentally like despawning it, you know? Because even with like the regular switch, that was like a fear that I had. Was that if I accidentally like despawned one. You know, I'm be honest, I thought we were gonna find shiny. 17 minutes. Hopefully none of them spawn inside the wall. If any of them spawn inside the wall, that'd be a terrible. It's just like they just add these. All they need to do is from now on just keep adding more segments. They just keep adding segments to each Dunsparce. Give it another dun in the beginning, and then it's eventually it'll have its own theme. Dunsparce. One of these days. We can't rule any of that out. You rule it out. Okay, but even with all these encounters, normals. We got a normal sparkling sandwich level 3. Normal level 3 sparkling sandwich go. We got Giratina on the other monitor. The other monitor being my TV. So every time I need to keep looking up to make sure it's not a shiny or not. Oh gosh. Yeah, I definitely didn't think it was going to be like this many to Dunsparce. I did not mean to throw that at you. And I critical caught it. Okay. Sure. Sure. Just accidentally caught it to Dunsparce. Sure, or Dunsparce. I don't want it to tell the others that I caught a regular Dunsparce. I gotta let them know if they want to join my squad, they gotta be shy. Guide for me. Yeah, probably in between. But before we start doing the next one, I'm gonna. As far as I know, the only indicator I have for it being being shiny is that. Realistically, actually, I don't even. I could just sit up there, and I could just do, and just sit up here. Although Caesar seems not to be entertaining. Never mind, Caesar is not entertaining. Caesar would rather have us run around painstakingly up and down this area 0 so we can find our own. I think maybe I could also pull out Edge, and Edge could start. I think that could be a decent thing. Just have Pokemon constantly knocking them out. New ones spawn. Oh, I didn't touch. Okay, these hitboxes. These hitboxes are super. They're so wide. We're just like not really running into that. This. No. Okay. That one. That's the only one I will claim I ran into. All the other ones, super wide hitbox. We've at least gotten like 5 minutes. I think it would be saying. I'm honestly hoping Dunsparce, cause I need it to evolve. At this stage, we're just collecting Dunsparces. I don't even know if we're gonna be like evolving any of them. I think first things first, we want to get a bunch of Dunsparces, and this could also be something that I may gather one stream and then start evolving stream, or maybe we'll just gather a whole. Okay, that. We use my they gather a whole bunch of them. Wait. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. I would like to believe it's gonna be done. Because I don't want to imagine that Dunsparce would be the first. Especially since we're seeing all these Dunsparce. We're seeing a whole lot more Dunsparces than Duduns. I wanted to also say, I wonder if there is, 3-segmented Dudunsparces up in the. If those ones can show up in the wild too, imagine our quest just ends fully just finding a shiny dead Dudunsparce. Just in the wild. Not even trying to, and not even needing to evolve any of them. I will also say, I did have a shiny Mousehold outbreak earlier today, and I was debating if I should keep that and hunt for those as well, but I don't want my. What? I mean, well, yeah, hopefully he's good at landing at the bottom, Bro, these guys' hitboxes are so wide. I'm like walking next to them and they're like, oh, let me encounter you. Trainer. Did I accidentally plug in the wrong game? Am I secretly in my violence? I'm overwhelmed. There's too many Dunsparces. Too many Dunsparces. None of them are pink. I don't know what to make of it. None of them want to shine. I thought finding just a regular Dunsparce. Yeah, I mean everything especially in like this area 0 likes to fall to the bottom. Nothing wants to stay up top. They want to get all that crystal energy that's residing at the bottom of the cavern. Okay. There's gotta be one amongst you. At least one amongst you that wants to be shiny, God. I mean, look at all these encounters. Look at all these encounters we are getting. I think probably the most tragic thing is if maybe the shiny just decides to fall off as soon as it spawns. The shinies are either spawning inside the walls or they're like they spawn on the cliff and just immediately fall as. Blue, 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 blue. Oh, gosh, keep your eyes peeled. I'm certain. Oh. Gosh, we have 6.5 minutes on this. I mean, the nice part is if we don't find a shiny, then I can just reset my game and get my urban mint. That's the plus. Although, if we find one, then that option. Or I can choose just not. I'm not seeing anything shine. You know, I was thinking that this would be a little bit easier than... Hold on. We do have, like, a little bit worse odds, but I mean, the amount of encounters is exponentially greater. Can you imagine if there's, like, a secret spot the shiny Dudunsparces have been all together? I cannot. They really do. They hear the songs of the edge and I gotta jump. And hear my family calling from below the cliff. I must go. Save yourself. Okay. At this point, I don't think I want to see one. I'm just gonna chat. Let's just check up here. Dude. Let's see if Shiny's... Let me just see how... What if we just sit here? Let all the Dunsparce. You know, this could be the strat. Sitting up here. You don't want to. So because we're already lower on time, don't wish to waste a minute. So gonna reset. That's also a worry too. I feel like if I were to like just sit there and try to like do wipeout strats, I would do it like near research station 4. That might be a little bit easier, but we're not gonna do that. I feel like we would definitely get more encounters just running around. Let's try this. Try this one. We're gonna go back to Area 0. Right. Go back to Area 0. I'm going to save out here. Set the picnic. Didn't need to make the sandwich. Not a shiny guillotine. We make another sandwich. Tofu with new sandwich, new Dudunsparces. We put the bread on top this time to encapsulate the shinies. So now all the shinies will stay in. And this is where we will find. This is where we will find our shiny Dudun. This is the sandwich that'll do it for us. I will say I can admire how nice the ground, especially since now this is like my first time coming back and playing the game. Can admire it looks super nice. I don't want to go to research station and to go to research station. Back in the loop we go. Research station. Okay. So now here is the moment. Actually, I probably should have. Now we have a box to fill with all of our shiny Dunsparce that we are about to receive right at this. We are a minute in. Here's where we find all of our shiny Dunsparces. Look, they're all shiny. Every single one of them. You just can't tell. One of those Pokemon illusions where Nintendo thinks they made a shiny, but realistically, it's just slightly. Come on. Wait. Don't. Here's what I'll do. I want to get an stand here really quick. Oh, I don't have room. Actually, we'll do target. I get a home. That is what we are looking for. Okay. Now that we have an image of what we are looking for, surely it will show up. Surely this is the time. Like, can you imagine if it actually... All you need to do is have an image of what shiny Pokemon you're looking for, and then it'll... All of these guys are freaking out. Why? On, think book. Go me. do a true shiny for. Honestly, not gonna lie, Dudunsparce is freaking huge. Some of these are like massive Dudunsparces. I'd be terrified if I saw it. Like, imagine seeing a giant, like, that worm's. Imagine. I wouldn't say pin. More of just like small, squishy spikes on it. They don't look like they kind of look like they're squishy. Then again, the Dunsparce and Dunsparce. Definitely looks like it can be like what they poke. Alright, so I guess before we try to find a. Where are my short shiny kings at? Oh gosh. You know, I really thought it wouldn't take a slow. I thought the Switch 2 was good. Easier. I get done. Like maybe it's because I've shiny hunted in other games that the Pokemon Scarlet game feels like that I did the shiny hunt for other. Which I mean, technically, I'm not gonna tell it I didn't. Interesting. So it died. How good people's eyesight is while hunting. I mean, I'm just imagining. I wonder how much easier, how easier, sure, it is to shiny hunt for hard to see Pokemon, considering that now it looks super good, right? I gotta imagine that because they added a little bit more detail, that's shiny hunting for some of these guys might be easier than doing it just on like the regular Switch. We got more frames. More frames equal more visibility. Quite possibly. It's like, I'm sure maybe that there's probably a shiny that spawned far off in the distance that you can see. I did not run into this one. You can't prove to me otherwise. It's like at some point you just gotta start. I'm gonna start threatening violence. I'm gonna start knocking some of these Pokemon out. If you don't show me a shiny, I'm gonna start knocking some of you out. All I'm seeing is blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Oh. Oh. Going on, 7 deadly. Territory 220 to 2,247. Jesus. That's ridiculous. I definitely would not be able to keep resetting for that long. Well, that's a lie. I've resetted for Arceus for over 5. But, I mean, well, I guess because for Arceus, that's the only way I can find a shiny. Also, how are you doing on Monday? With all those Turtwig encounters, all those Turtwig resets. Honestly, I thought it would be easier to find shinies. I still haven't found a shiny Dudunsparce yet. Oh! Speaking of shiny Dunsparces, we got our first one! Yippee! Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be catching a lot, and then maybe, ooh, that's an idea. Well, actually, I don't know. We're just gonna be catching, and then maybe we'll be evolving stuff at a later time. But first, shiny Dunsparce in the books, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, I had an outbreak, but it was surrounded by a whole bunch of other normal Pokemon. So I didn't want to try and get multiple of other Pokemon and count shinies instead of the Dunsparce. So going down here, I was just like, oh, it's the only thing that actually spawns in here as the normal with the normal sandwich. So this is a fantastic way of trying to shiny hunt for Dunsparces. But with the first sandwich, we had probably about like half of the time left remaining on the first sandwich, and we didn't find any. And it wasn't until I guess almost second half of this second sandwich we were able to. But now that we have one, that's when the shinies start flowing. Yes. Yes, yes. Be a second shiny king Interflame. They said shiny. You did. I don't. Honestly, I'm so scared of actually missing one because it's kind of overwhelming to see this amount of spawns in an area. Not gonna lie, and especially stuff that spawns like super far away. It becomes a little bit more intimidating because they're super far away. But we got one shiny in the books. We got one shiny in the books. Now we just gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep treading forward. And I should have a lot of box space. Hold a lot of the. Should be fairly. maybe what we'll do is catch we'll catch Dunsparces, and then on the next stream we'll evolve them, seeing if they're a 3 segment. If not, we'll catch more. So this is also assuming that we'll catch like some every stream. So for the 3 hours, we're just gonna spend hunting, and then beginning of next stream, we're gonna evolve them. So hopefully we find more than one. Hopefully we find more than one. I also am probably gonna have to look at alternative level 3 sparkly sandwich power sandwiches, because I don't have a lot of, believe it or not, I don't have a lot of sour urban, considering that I have a lot more salt. Quite odd. Like sour is less popular. Becomes like sandwich. It's not necessarily used in like any. So hopefully, I at least want to get maybe like a party of 6. So maybe we can forget 6 shiny in the 3 hours. I mean, we found like shiny starters within, and a lot of them were, oh no, for some of them we found 3 within the. But a lot of those didn't have like this kind of. What's going on, King? How's it going? Oh, pink. Honestly, it feels kind of funky to get used to how this looks now. It feels very different than when we were shiny hunting for starters, you know? Back in the day when we were shiny hunting for starters, shiny hunting for evolutions. Now there's so many Dudsparces and Dudunsparces. Honestly, I just want to call them all Dudunsparces at this point. Yeah, I actually didn't see if the Giratina was. I could have guessed that it was not shiny, but in the off chance that it might have been shiny, you know, I would have hate to reset over it. I would say, yeah, honestly, as I haven't been to a public pool in a long time. I haven't been to a pool in general in a long time. It's just the rain. Definitely feels, it feels odd once you get out of a pool and you have like all that chlorine and chemical in your hand. It feels weirder on my eyes also whenever I go swimming. Definitely not because that couldn't be the reason. Definitely not, definitely. I don't believe that to be the case. Yeah, I figure most of you are probably on. If you're still at the school, most of you are probably on some break right now. Probably a nice vacation, you know. Which reminds me, I am a month away from my 2-week vacation. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, water park is super fun. I'm not too big of a fan of roller coasters. The lighting really, I thought that the lighting made it look like it was paint. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters because I get motion sick quite easily. But water rides are, they feel different than just like a regular roller coaster. Yeah, I don't get sick on water rides. Which it was like very interesting because like yeah, the first time I went to it's like a regular amusement park, I got so sick after some of the rides. I'm just like, yeah, I can't do this. But then when I went to a water park, I went on every single ride and it was perfectly fine. I don't know why that was. I'll take what I can get, I guess. I definitely like it more than swimming in. At the same time, it's like I don't like the beach because it's sand. It makes everything. It makes my skin dry. Oh, I'm just. Ah. Oh yeah, I don't like when there's been a couple rides where it's like not all the water gets to like every part of the slide. So especially when you're sliding down like a dry part of the slide, like your bare skin rubs against it. All right, this it just feels like you're skidding against the slide. Not a good feeling. Not a Dang, no way we're only going to find one shiny with all these encounters? Like, does Dunsparce have a different shiny percentage? Are all the shinies spawning up here? Is that it? Is it the higher... Okay. The higher you go, the more shinies you find? Is that the case? I guess. Yeah, the only other downside is that it's super hot in the summer. I do not like. So the water park definitely helps cool everything. Yeah, it's way too hot. I think the weather felt hotter last year as opposed to this year. I remember like last year I was just dying of it. This year not so much. This year it's like kind of bearable. Oh, there's a second one. All right. But so far, two shinies with one sandwich. We need more. More! More! We need more shiny Dunsparce. Put him in the box. Put him in. I like how the shiny's like a little bit decent. These crystals kind of mess it up a bit. Because there's some of them where it'll like look pink-ish, but it's just the lighting off the crystal. That. Okay. Also, this distance stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. I will say it is better than hunting in Chargestone Cave, but it is still quite difficult to see. It says we got Onion and Pokerog. Nice. Get the legendaries. Expand the horizons of shinies. Yes, we got shiny number 2, shiny number 2. If I'm being honest, I'd like one more, at least one more from the sandwich. At least one more from the... At least one more from the sandwich. Because if we can find one more with the sandwich, I will feel better about just making the next sandwich. I'm going to be making the next sandwich regardless, but it did make me feel better knowing that we have 3 Dunsparces ready. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Trying to stop me from getting this 3rd shiny Dunsparce that's right up here. Right up this ledge. Alright, maybe it's not just right up here. We were hopeful. We were hopeful. I can't tell if like that went all the way up. I don't think it is. Come on, give me at least one more. At least one more. At least one more shiny Dunsparce. Ace triple. Maybe I'll evolve one Dunsparce. Well, we'll see how many we get. We'll see how many Dunsparces we get. And then we'll see how many we want to evolve. I'm just imagining what would happen if, like, you know, very first shiny Dunsparce we hatch, we get a resegmented Dudunsparce. Dudunsparce. So I'm almost tempted just to, like, evolve one the end of today. Oops. If I'm able to just if I'm able to get it first go, then that'll be quick. Yeah, honestly, I can't even tell. It's like the ones that are like super far away. No, those all look regular. No, it's got a blue back. No, we got a minute left. We got a minute left. Come on, give me one more. Give me one more Dunsparce. Give me one more shiny Dunsparce. That's better than encountering it. Honestly, we found both of them like around here, right? Surely there's got to be a shiny spread somewhere else. Got to be a shiny lurking somewhere else. No, our shiny sandwich went out. Wow, honestly, look at all these other Pokemon in here. Oh, my game for okay, there we go. I'm gonna save the game. Like, look at shiny Gibble. Okay, let's not look. We're not looking that close. We're not looking that. Shiny Gibble looks like an actual menace. Alright, back up to the top we go. Got two shinies and one sandwich. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm gonna evolve one. I'm gonna evolve one now. I'm gonna evolve one now. Now it's... I don't even know what level these guys evolve. Alright, I don't know what these guys evolve. Never mind, we're gonna evolve one later. Pick me. Let's go and... Let's see... Alternative... The alternative... Oh, I need a lot more... at some point, I'm gonna need to get a lot more... And I mean, like, after this, if we find some and we... Then anything but sweet, sour, sweet, sour. We can do bitter, spicy. Because that's just what we have. Sure, why not? And... I'm gonna do our best. We already messed up. I think I messed it up. I lost a cucumber. Oh. Did I oh. Did I save after I caught that? I actually don't remember. Oy. I trust that I saved after I caught the second one. We still got sparkling level 3. Okay, that's good. Now I don't have to. What if I? Well, I do if I don't find any Chinese sandwich. Then I have to worry. But for now, I don't have. All right, here we go. Second sandwich. Same cave. Let's go. What? Oh no, we don't have the encounter power. Okay, that sandwich doesn't work. Well, I guess we'll know if we saved or not. I'm fairly certain I saved after catching this. If not, then that'll be kind of sad, because I know I saved after. Okay, good, we have both of them. Okay. That's what happened. We had the sparkler, but we didn't have the shiny, or the encounter. So, back to making this sandwich again. Oop. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hot. Ooh! Okay. That sandwich should be good. Should be good. And if it's not, then it's the game's gotta work itself out, I guess. Ow. Definitely encounter. Okay. I guess as soon as we do get our rare candy back. Station 4. We'll check down here, because that's where... No shiny Tina. No shiny Dudunsparce. Okay, found 2 in 1 sandwich. We use majority of our other tofu. Those all look like regular ones. Those guys look like regular ones. I'm not seeing enough pink out of these guys. I wish they kind of did something a little bit more to like the yellow bit of the Dudunsparce to make it a little bit easier to see. I mean, even though it's a fairly decent shiny to see, it's like amongst the crowd, it is kind of different. Okay, so can we find... I'm sure we can find a shiny faster than the other one. Maybe. Sure, I'm sure. We found the first one, what, 13-ish minutes into the sandwich? But I guess we did answer the earlier question is we found shiny Dunsparce before we found shiny Duduns. Which I'm sure if we evolve these Dunsparces, at least one of them is going to be... Can you imagine if we're lucky enough to find just only 3 segmented shiny Dudunsparces? It's like, that's lucky, but at the same time, I also need to get a regular 2 segmented Dudunsparce as well. So at the bare minimum, we do need at least 3 shiny Dunsparces. Well, I guess 2, technically, because we can try to find a shiny Dudunsparce. I feel like it would be a lot faster just to find 3 regular... Oh. We're just gonna find him in this same spot as the other one. Mayhaps. For Chan. Maybe. Pick these guys up here. No. No, all blue. All blue people up there. Blue, 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 blue. It honestly feels like a maze to try and not encounter all of these Dunsparce. Because there's just so many of them. Ooh. I'm just swimming in a sea of Dunsparce. You know, maybe there's a better way to find Dunsparce. But I can't imagine that there is a better way besides outright just finding a better outbreak area. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can't even actually do picnic respawn. I was thinking in my head, I was like, what if we do a little picnic reset? Would that help? But then I would need to just teleport to the different area. Blue, 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 blue. Nothing but blue. The sea of blue and yellow. They're all regular. Regular. You know, those will loop around the back. Just snake our way across. Wow. You would really think that at least it would be easier to shiny out. I feel like maybe the rates of shiny hasn't so much increased with all these different encounters. Maybe it's just like the uh, the gameplay. The gameplay of these areas is better. Because at a certain point, right? You would think with all these encounters, we would be finding shinies left and right, left, right, center, you know? At least that's what I was hoping. I was thinking that we would find them left, right, and center. Because there's just so many more on the screen. It could also be that we've just missed shiny. This is not really instilling much confidence of finding the 3 segment. I think I'm just gonna have to try and push my luck to try and get it as early as possible, because finding a large amount of shiny Dunsparce doesn't seem like it's gonna be happening. Uh, but blue board. I'm like, with the motion blur of it, I'm like feeling like I'm seeing pink, but I know I'm not. It's just all my okay. No. Okay, we've definitely taken more time to find it with the second. Oh! You just have to complain whenever whenever you're not finding it, kids. Whenever you're in a drought of shiny Pokemon, just complain and they will come. We found it a little bit later. We found it a little bit later than the first sandwich. But that's okay. We can still bounce back. We can still bounce back. Oi, oi, oi. See, it's like this. It's just reflecting. Oh, I encountered. It's just reflecting off of the. It's reflecting off. Reflecting off. I don't know which controller I'm. What am I doing? Okay. I'm like pushing every wrong button for either controller. So maybe we can find like 2 per sandwich. Is that the ideal goal? I feel like that's pretty low considering the amount of Urban Mystico we're gonna be. Realistically, I could grab my my other Switch. Oh, there's another one. There it is. Now they're forming. Now they're swarming. Here's the shinies, baby. Now they're coming out. I would say realistically, in order to save Urban Mystica, I could grab my other Switch and connect my Violet game. Oh, but my Violet game would need the sandwich. It'd be either my Violet would need the sandwich ingredients, or I would shiny hunt for it in my Violet game. But I don't have the shiny charm in Violet. Doesn't. Okay, so, okay, now we're flowing, now we're flowing. We got two kind of back to back. You know, if we just zoom around and not worry about missing shinies, we're probably in a better spot. We're gonna see more Dunsparces. Even at the risk of missing some, it might be okay. We keep running into all these big boys. Okay, we're 2 in. This is only our second sandwich. Definitely didn't mess up the sandwich the first time. Can't prove it. Man, it's always the Dunsparces that are like super big and just in the way. See up here. Don't look like it. Nope. This area. Throw me some of that pink shiny. Definitely don't want to show up. Don't want to. Why do they definitely not want to show up? I guess the best part we can hope for is one of the ones that we caught already becomes a 3 segment. That is that is the dream. I guess the best case scenario, right? We find one before Legends ZA comes out in October. That's gonna take a while. I'm really hoping it doesn't take that long to find a 3 segment, but it very well could. And at that point, do we pivot? Do we phase to something else? We change targets. I'm just hoping it doesn't take me Dudunsparce. Because then what do I do with all the rest of them? I can't just release the rest. That would feel wrong if... I could just wonder trade them all. Flood the Wonder Trade market with shiny Dudunsparces. Oh! There's a third. Honestly, this quarter, I think is provided... Maybe this is only the second one in this corner, but... It feels like third, but I think it's only the second one we produced in the specific quarter. Which, honestly, considering that we were at a 5, it's pretty decent. Alright, this sandwich, well worth it. We still have another 9 minutes left. Can we find another one to make it so that our first sandwich also wasn't... Oh, there's another one! Now they're coming, boys. See, all it takes is a second sandwich, and that's when the shiny floodgates start opening. That's where the real shiny hunting starts. It's hour and a half in. Second sandwich. I don't think that... Yeah, we're getting back into the groove of it. We're getting back to it. Maybe not. Hey, don't fall like the other Duduns. And we find a 5th. I almost just yeeted myself off the... But that is okay. We got 7.5 minutes. Can we find another one, mayhaps? This will give us a lot of Dunsparces to work with. Mayhaps, perchance. Does this corner produce? No. Da-dum. 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 So far, we found like 4. Four shinies. 2 shiny. First sandal. Giratina. I actually didn't check to see if that was. So if it was, I might just try. But I don't think it was. I'm just going to assume it wasn't. Hmm. Wish I was smart. Right now I'm just mad. Oh! There's another one. There we go, chat. All the shiny Dunsparces are now. Time is now. Slow start with the first sandwich. I was unsure of how it will go. But honestly, with this second sandwich, oh, it's flowing. It is indeed flowing. Got another 4-ish minutes left. And I'm just running into absolute others. Absolute others in my way. You. Those look the regular ones. Whip it, give me whiplash more. Got 3.5 minutes. Okay. Okay. We got 3.5 minutes left to find at least one more mayhaps. One more. Show me one more shiny Dudunsparce. One more mayhaps. I believe we can find here we one more for the counter. All of you. Woo! No. That's the long boy. That guy's gone. Oh, hey. Sure, because that would look like it just spawned off the edge anyway. It just had a complete cartoon drop moment. Oh, the lighting. No. No. Encountering all these regular ones. No. I am stuck in between Dunsparces and the Dunsparces. There's too many of them. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Any 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 last minute shiny ones want to show up? Mayhaps? Any last minute Dudunsparces wanna make my day, you know? Any uh, oh my gosh, so many Dunsparces. But none of them are pink. What time we got? Oh. We just ran out. The shiny glitch. Oh, game froze. Okay, well, back to the top we go. So how many did we get? Save. We definitely got a good sandwich worth of shiny. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 shinies at one. We still have a good amount of time. Definitely gonna be using a lot. Oh, I need... Okay. Because I only have 1 tofu left, I'm gonna use the actual recipe. But... now I would have to go to... store after this one to get more... tofu. Normal sandwich. Because not gonna lie, I am almost out of ingredients. Oh, yo. Okay. Right, sandwich number 3. Okay, maybe we can, if we do 2 more sandwiches, depending on how long that takes, we could just evolve at the end tree. I can figure out how to evolve. Because obviously, just giving them a single rare candy isn't. Giving them a single rare candy is. It's like, unless they have to, like, evolve by, like, friendship evo, that would be awful. Doing friendship evo is very time consuming. Especially doing it with all these Dunsparces and it's gonna take quite a while if we have to do French. Be honest, shiny hunting, it's very hard. It hurts the eyes. Even with these ones, I feel like it only hurts more because there's so many of them that I have to like look at each and every. In every. The check and see. Mayhaps a pink one does show. I also don't think I have to go down this far. Any? Those are all regular. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Maybe it takes like the shinies to load 15 minutes. They have to realize 15 minutes and oh, this guy has sparkling 3 sand. Cause that one showed up. The first one showed up what 60? No, when we had 16 minutes left. Second one showed up when we had 40, 50 minutes left. So maybe just take like a hot 15 minutes for the sandwich to like rev up, you know? Takes the Dunsparce's 15 minutes to realize, oh yes, shinies. Let me be shy. And then I have these bigger ones just. I guess the bigger downside about Shiny Hunting and Scarlet and Violet versus Dynamax Emerge is I have to pay attention a little bit more. By a little bit more, I mean a lot of bit more. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. That. Oh. Blue. They're all blue. Blue and yellow. Wow. It definitely takes quite a bit for them to realize that they're shining. Blue, 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 nothing but blue. Like any new ones that spawn distract me, even though I only see blue. Wow, these things really don't want to shine until 15 minutes in. Guess for the next time, do I just wait 15 minutes before I jump in the cave? Think that'll help? Quite possibly could. Quite. It's not the button I... Oh, fuck. Third sandwich is not. Third sandwich is not doing it. Oh yeah. This third sandwich. Oh my gosh. These big Dudunsparces gotta go. Okay. Okay. Yep. You're getting knocked out, buddy. You're getting knocked out. Can I have you blocking my path like that, you know? Something. Honestly, I think it's just funnier to see all the Dunsparces just on the edge fall straight down. It's quite literally like a cartoon movie where they're just like in the air for a couple seconds and then shoo, drop straight down. He smokes. Regular. Just imagining that maybe the Dunsparce, the shiny ones are just spawning behind me as I'm walking away from them. And then they just despawn. They just walk away. Oh! There's one. You can't run from me. Now, I have a conspiracy. These Dunsparces don't want to shine. Until we're like 15 minutes in. Yeah. I mean, so far it's like close to the times each time, you know? Like, we're barely at 17 minutes left. Oh, don't run into it. Yeah, maybe we just have to run around for like the first 14 to 16 minutes. And then the shiny Dunsparces will start to spawn. But so far, none of the sandwiches have found shinies within the first 13-ish. That's my conspiracy. All the shinies are too busy hiding in the ground for the first 13 to 15 minutes. And then after you whittle them down and reveal your dedication to the cause, then they'll start spawning. You've got to show them that you mean it. That you're willing to stay the 15 minutes for your sandwich. Until they spawn. They spawn. I mean, it's either that or, like, you know, the shiny Dunsparces have been the ones that are just falling off the edge and just, I've only just seen them fall off the edge and be like, ha, they're blue, but realistically, they may be the shiny. Who knows? I do not. I don't remember how fast this second. But then again, we only found 2 within the first end. We found 5 within the second. Oh, there's another one. Don't fall off the edge, please. These ones that are on the edge are scary because if they fall, if they jump and fall, that would be a terrible sight. Okay, that's 2. Okay, roughly about 3. I wonder if it falls, can I follow it to keep it spawned in? Would be the question. Either that or can I snipe it with my Pokeball to encounter it as it's falling? Many Dunsparce sold. Oh yeah, at least have 2. So we're doing about even with the first sandwich. Spotting is. Hey Kate, what's up? We are finding shiny worms. So far we're at 9, I think. We're at 9, and eventually I'm gonna need to evolve them all to see if they get into like 3 segments of these long boys. So instead of just having a shiny long boy, we want a shiny long boy. But for now, we're just gonna catch as many as we can so that maybe next stream I can just evolve them and then catch. I think that'll be the ideal plan. I actually don't know either how to evolve them or at what level they evolve at. How are you doing? Playing Apex? FPS gaming? Gosh. Got 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and ideally I want to find 3, but that might be asking for. Keep getting a sandwich. Nice. Just love to hear it. We love sandwiches. We do be liking sandwiches out here. Always a fun experience, you know. The ideal lay of the game. But I'll be honest, it's Monday and I'm super tired. Oh, there's a pink one. Number 3. This makes officially number 10. Name. To carry him? Nah. Honestly, he actually probably, when it comes to like shooting and stuff, he's probably better than me. Majority of the time. But I think for now, it's just, I think for him, it's mostly just understanding the map and gameplay and call-outs. Like, knowing what to do, but eventually that'll take time. I mean, his aim's solid, so... He's got that working. The only best thing that I could do is, like, try to find a good endgame zone to play in. My aiming isn't like consistently good, but when I need it to be, it'll be okay. Majority of the time. Especially like winning games. You don't always need big kill games to win. Obviously, it's nice to get big kill games and win, but sometimes you can settle for one and get the other. Especially just trying to survive. What's time we got? 7 minutes. Oh! Right up the path. Ine. I did see a second one. Look at that. Back to back, baby. Boy. Lot of shinies. Lot of shinies. Honestly, the first sandwich is just a fluke. I think that makes 5 shinies this sandwich. Once you keep finding shinies, they'll start flowing. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna play tonight though. I'm probably gonna play because I'm tired and it's hot. There's so many shiny Dunsparces that need to be caught. More pink, more pink. I will say we are finding a lot more shinies than we normally would per day at Dynamax Adventures. There's so many in like this circle. Hmm? Hmm? The other one. Hmm. Maybe it'll be just 5 shinies per sandwich. We still have 3 minutes to find. But mayhaps 5 shinies per sandwich wouldn't be too bad. I'm also not entirely sure. I'm only hoping that maybe I'm keeping. So there's so much I can do with my the amount of paying attention I have. It is kind of hard to tell at a distance. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. Oh, we have a minute 10 to find one more shiny. One more shiny mayhaps. One more shiny mayhaps. Oops. It's been going increasingly well with each sandwich that goes by. Bloop, 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 bloop. No, I thought I jumped in the out of the way. No, and we're out of sandwich. First of all, by leveling up while knowing the move hyper. Knowing the move hyper. Do I have to make sure that they all know hyper? I have to change all of their moves? Hang on. Yeah, I guess I do. Got 50 minutes of uh the Joy-Con died. And I'm gonna charge later. Hoi! Here we go. So maybe what I'll do is I'll make a sandwich. Maybe we'll do this. We'll make this one the last one. I need to get tofu. The only place that I know that will have it is probably this. And I don't have my DLC down. I'll worry about that. I need to find a place to get more tofu. Typically, what, the sandwich shops are like over here? Wow, I can only imagine how Legend ZA is gonna look. Do you sell tofu? You don't. Do you sell tofu? You don't. Does this shop sell tofu? Not. What freaking store? Did I just miss over it? Okay. Scarlet. Oh, wait. So all these stores are pointing over Vince. In Levincia over here? Tofu! Thanks, game. Alright. This will probably be our final sandwich, and then maybe we can go and evolve, guys. Cause why not? Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll catch beginning of stream and then evolve towards the end of. Let me save first. Now that we have all this tofu in our inventory. Now, hopefully we don't mess up this. Oh. I've messed it. Yeah. This should be good. This should be good. Oh, no, 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 no. We already made our sandwich. Time to run. Alright, this will be our last sandwich for tonight, and then we will start evolving to see if we get a 3 segment. I've heard people have done over 300 evolutions to find their first 3 segmented shiny. But it's okay. We will rely on raw luck. I'm sure it's not going to come today or maybe soon. But at least we will have a ton of shiny Dudunsparces. We'll have a bunch of shiny Dudunsparces. And then if we don't evolve them all, then we'll have some shiny Dunsparces. I'll be honest, I think it'd be the funniest if we find the 3 segmented on the first go. I'll be honest, all these stuff. Pain. They're in the way. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Oh no. Those look. Blue. Oh. Within the first 15? No way! I thought these guys didn't like showing up within the first 15 minutes. Okay, this is the turn where we find majority of them, right? This is the turn. This is the turn where we find a whole lot of shiny Dunsparces. Accidentally opened my... I'm like, part of me doesn't even want to look at like the shiny gear, trying to find the shiny Giratina, because I know it's not going to show up. And if it does show up earlier, then gonna take up my luck for the rest of the year, because my gosh. We got full odds hunting for Giratina. I can't imagine that we would find that before finding a 3-segmented Dudunsparce. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Oh, no, no. Knock them out. We need all of them to tell their friends to come out and be shiny. God, these sparkles are messing me up. Like, I know there's not overworld sparkles in this game, but it's just so shiny in this cave that whenever I see a sparkle, I'm like, mayhaps, may chance, perchance. I hope that one on the side of my eye wasn't shiny, the one that fell off. Oh, I forgot. Plenty of time, plenty of. Worst case scenario, the shiny spawns in the wall and I can't see it. But oh no. Yeah, worst case, worst case. Best case scenario, they all just spawn in a line as I'm running through the fields. Blue. Blue, yellow, blue. Still blue. We still have quite a bit till we find our first shiny normally. Honestly, these crystal sparkles are kind of messing me up right now. It like makes them look like they're pinkish, even though they're. From a distance, they look pink. Only from a blue. Oh, blue. Thought one of those ahead was pink, but that was just a light. It's a I would not. Oh, that one's pink. Let's go. I guess for the most part, I mostly see the shinies in the front. Oh, come on, D&D. I mean, I personally don't care. If I was being completely honest. Like, I'll play, but it would have to be something that we do like online for the most part. I feel like that'd be easier to do something online with everybody rather than trying to meet up. Because, I mean, honestly, for the most part, I feel like the majority of us have a hard time meeting online anyways. Especially since, like, you know, a lot of people show up online later in the day. Some of us show up online only earlier in the day. Because I mean, right, when you think about a lot of the other group games that we've been playing, like majority of the time we have a lot of those games. We just end up creating a whole bunch of save files because, you know, oh, this person's missing, so we gotta start from the beginning. Oh, this person wants to join in. We have to start a new one so that we can add them. This person's now missing, so now we have to start a new one. Yes, I think, I don't know. It'll definitely be difficult. And if we did, we would definitely need to have like a dedicated player base for the game. Because if we don't, then it's just gonna fall apart quickly. I mean, I know most of the guys in the group are like, "Oh yeah, I'll join or whatever," but it they'll join because they think it's a fun idea, and then at some point they just won't be able to play very often. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be the hardest part. But it also depends on how long like the campaigns are. Because if they're like smaller campaigns, then I can see it not being too much of an issue. But I don't know how long uh, they plan to keep. Starting to hurt my eyes now. I'm not used to seeing such good quality. Hurting my eye. Blue, blue, blue. Because even now, right, we can't even get people on Discord, like, unless maybe it's like later in the day on the weekend. But even then, it's like already later in the day. I mean, true, but it's also a matter of who do we have joining. Because I mean, I know we can play board games for like hours on end, but I don't know. I feel like D&D campaigns are like very different. Well, Oh. We really got 2 shinies from the sandwich. Oh. Oh my goodness. Bloop, 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 bloop. Whoa, 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 whoa. How many we found? We only found 2 shinies. At least with this sandwich. I got 12. Found one a lot earlier than all the other sandwiches. But it is definitely slowed down. Come on, just 3 more. I think maybe 2 more. 2 more would be, I guess, optimal, I guess. Two more shinies will be fantastic. All these blue boys. Okay, good. They fall down really fast. Fall down a little bit too fast. I definitely can't notice if they're shiny or not as they fall. Oh yeah, yeah. This one I'll take one more shot. Oh yeah. It's not that I got spider shed my way up, buddy. Oh, what? What? Doobly doo. Nothing but blue. Is that? Those are awesome. Oh. I wonder if this is still faster than if we were to stay doing because even if the odds on the outbreak are better. Imagine there's gotta be a better way. Gotta be a better way. I wonder how long it'll take to reteach the. And evolve. Kind of question why don't they just. Like, if it's on the list of relearnable moves, why not? Why not make my life easy? Already have that attack. Already going through the struggle and trouble of trying to. Oh yeah. Only found two. Oh. A bad first sandwich. Great second sandwich. Great third sandwich. And now. Fourth sandwich. Falling behind. Yeah, at this point, I'll take at least one. Oh, come on. Oh. That's it. Blue. Yeah, I'll do. I don't respect myself. They don't believe in my sandwich. Is what? At least this is getting us back in the. Because it has been quite a while since we've... Man, there's so many shinies everywhere. Not shiny. So many Dudunsparce. There's mainly a lot of Dudunsparces just in the way. Ay. I feel like that's the worst part, is that all these Dudunsparces are just standing in the... Their hitboxes are so much greater. Every time I try to sneak by one, it stops me. Skyrim. Dang, are we really not gonna find final shot? I would have thought I could have cleared that jump. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Minutes left. I'm actually gonna evolve them. Basically. Don't want to be too loud in case we do. I'm gonna evolve one, and then the rest of them we will evolve. We're gonna evolve them first thing Thursday. Then we're gonna catch hopefully more. I'm gonna run out of Urban Mystica before I... Oof. Pokemon gives us more Scarlet and the event. Get more Urban Mystica. Oh, no, it's just... Dude, this crystal lighting is messing me up. I thought for sure that, like, this one over here was, like, pink, but it's just the lighting off the... Got me, man. We've also got a lot less Giratina mainly because, you know, it's hard to work both controllers with one, and essentially. I've got my left constantly on Scarlet. The right one's got to switch between Scarlet and Violet, increasing the encounter number and doing Giratina. There we go, another shiny. Okay. We found as many shinies as I was hoping for. So this is just an okay sandwich. Not a bad one. Not necessarily a good one. It's just... I think we found like 3 shinies. Let's see, maybe we can find another one. Oh, the sandwich. Let's see. Here, mayhaps. No, just a green tail. What I'm going to do I'm going to go back to the surface, and I'm going to do this last Giratina encounter. And then I'm going to evolve one Dudunsparce. Giratina is a no. Then I'm going to evolve this Dudunsparce and I don't need a large. Right. First Dudunsparce. I probably should have picked a better spot to evolve it in because it's clipping with the rear 2 segment. Okay, so ideally what we're looking for is a 1 that goes into a 3. So on Thursday, I am going to end it here because we're pretty much close to the end of the stream time. But by Thursday, we're going to evolve the rest of the Dunsparces that we got. We're going to evolve the rest of the ones we got and then hopefully get more. So thank you guys for coming, and hopefully on Thursday we can catch more. Until then, we're just going to evolve the rest of them and hope that we get some things. Hope to see you guys Thursday. Have a great rest of your night.